You're seeing this video for a reason. This isn't a coincidence, and it's not random scrolling. The universe has guided you to this exact moment because something inside you is ready to shift, and it's about to shift in a way that will leave you stunned. What I'm about to reveal is not for everyone. Only those on the verge of a major breakthrough, only those who are about to win, will truly resonate with this secret. Take a moment and breathe. Feel it. There's a tension inside you right now, an energy that's waiting to erupt. It's been building quietly over weeks, months, or even years. Every challenge you faced, every obstacle that made you question yourself, every moment you thought progress was slow or invisible, it was all preparation. The stage has been set, the players aligned, and your victory is closer than your next breath. But here's the key, most people fail at this very threshold. Right before the win, the human mind panics. Doubt creeps in. Anxiety whispers, "Are you sure this is real? Are you ready? Is it too late?" This is exactly the moment where everything either accelerates or stalls. And you, my friend, are being invited to accelerate. Let me share a truth that's both counterintuitive and liberating. Victory isn't about effort in the conventional sense. It's not about grinding harder, pushing longer, or forcing the universe to comply. It's about alignment, energetic, mental, emotional, and even physical alignment with the outcome that is already set to unfold. Imagine for a second that your desires, your goals, your win, exist not somewhere in the distant future but already in a superposition of possibilities. Quantum physicists tell us that particles exist in multiple states at once until observed. Your victory exists in exactly the same way, simultaneously real and waiting, until your consciousness locks in the reality where it has already arrived. Here's why most people miss it. They cling to the old ways of measurement, the bank account, the text message, the promotion, the acknowledgement. They search for proof that their success is coming, and in doing so, they collapse the quantum potential into limitation. Wanting too hard pushes victory away. But receiving, in the way I'm about to explain, draws it in with inevitability. The secret is this: winning is not something you get, it's something you embody. The moment you stop demanding proof and start living as the person who naturally wins, the universe aligns itself around you. Your circumstances, your opportunities, and your people are all being magnetized toward your path. And here's the twist: this alignment has already been happening behind the scenes. The victories you can't yet see are being orchestrated even as you sit here listening to these words. Now, take a breath. Really feel it. Let yourself sense that there's a version of you that has already won. That version exists right now in the quantum field of possibility. It is coherent, it is real, and it is waiting for you to step into it. But there's a test. And the universe is always playful with timing. This test isn't about effort, it's about surrender and clarity. Can you release your attachment to how the win must look? Can you embody the certainty of victory without clinging to specific outcomes? Those who fail this step remain stuck in cycles of almost winning. Those who pass it find doors opening effortlessly, people appearing exactly when needed, opportunities dropping into their field with surgical precision. The next moment is crucial. I want you to repeat this phrase, either aloud or in your mind: I am ready to receive what is already mine. Don't just say it casually. Feel it resonate in your chest. Let it vibrate through your body. Let it signal to your own consciousness, and to the field of infinite potential, that you are no longer waiting. You are now in the receiving state. Victory, like nature itself, operates on intelligence far beyond human timing. A seed doesn't wonder whether it will sprout, it doesn't rush the sun or argue with the soil. It grows when conditions are right, and it grows effortlessly. You are like that seed. You've done the work, you've built resilience, you've tuned yourself to the frequency of success. Now, you simply allow. You simply grow. Here's where the science becomes mystical. In quantum physics, entangled particles remain connected across any distance. Your consciousness has become entangled with your victory. The energy you radiate, whether anxious, doubtful, or ready, directly affects how and when your win collapses into your three-dimensional reality. When you operate from a state of readiness and alignment, the universe doesn't have to push you, it responds. When you operate from wanting and fear, the universe resists, because resistance is a signal of mismatch. Let me be clear, this isn't wishful thinking. It's measurable energetic truth. Emotions, thoughts, and identity states are electromagnetic signals that broadcast into the field. Gratitude, confidence, and readiness operate at high frequencies. Doubt, worry, and fear operate at low frequencies. You literally tune yourself to a station where your win is already playing. And the higher your frequency, the clearer the signal becomes. Now, I want you to close your eyes for a moment and imagine your win. But don't visualize it as a future goal you must achieve. Visualize it as a reality that already exists and that you are naturally living. Feel the satisfaction, the energy, the confidence of being someone who wins. Walk, sit, breathe, and move as this version of you. This isn't visualization, it's identity embodiment. This subtle shift is what separates those who almost succeed from those who dominate their lives effortlessly. Here's one more subtle but crucial point: the world around you is already aligning to support you, but it's invisible. Resources are converging. People are being positioned. Synchronicities are quietly orchestrating your success. What seems like waiting is actually your pre-victory incubation period. This is the moment when all the groundwork you didn't see is finalizing. This is why patience, clarity, and energetic alignment are more powerful than frantic action. You are not striving. You are not chasing. You are simply tuning. Tuning your consciousness, your identity, and your frequency to the station where your victory is already broadcasting. And here's the first part of your practice. Comment below with one word that captures the essence of the person you are becoming, the person who naturally wins. Not who you were, not who you hope to be, but the you who exists on the timeline of victory. Let this declaration ripple through your field and signal your readiness to the universe itself. Right now, something extraordinary is happening, even if it doesn't feel like it yet. The version of you that has already won is reaching out through time, sending signals into your present moment. Those gut feelings you've had, those sudden flashes of clarity or seemingly random opportunities, they aren't coincidences. They are your future self, guiding you toward the timeline where victory is not just possible, but inevitable. In quantum physics, there's a principle called superposition. A particle exists in all possible states until it's observed. Your win exists the same way, it's already there in infinite forms, waiting for your consciousness to collapse it into your current reality. But here's the catch: every time you obsess over evidence, check for proof, or doubt the timing, you interfere with this collapse. You create what physicists call decoherence, a disruption in the field that prevents your potential from stabilizing. Most people misunderstand waiting periods as delays or failures. But the truth is this: the stillness, the silence, that nothing seems to be happening phase, is preparation at the deepest level. Your victory is being orchestrated in the quantum vacuum. Every interaction, every invisible alignment, every synchronicity is part of the invisible scaffolding supporting your breakthrough. The secret that most teachings never reveal is this: the final phase of winning requires surrender, not effort. You must release your attachment to how victory appears. The universe does not work on human schedules, with human logic, or with human expectations. It works on intelligence far greater than anything you can control or predict. Consider the seed once more. It does not demand sunlight, it does not chase rain, it does not panic at the slow sprout. It simply exists in alignment with its purpose. Growth is inevitable because the seed trusts the intelligence within the soil, the sun, and the water. Your win operates in exactly the same way. Your alignment, the state of your mind, body, and energy, is the soil, sunlight, and water that makes victory inevitable. Now let's talk about identity coherence. The concept that separates those who almost succeed from those who consistently dominate their reality. Most people try to manifest wins while still living in their old identity. They try to pull outcomes down to their current self instead of raising themselves to the level of the win. This is like trying to water a tree by pouring water onto the soil of a dead seed. No matter how much effort you expend, it won't grow because the identity isn't ready. Identity coherence is simple, yet profound. You must become the version of you who already wins. This doesn't mean pretending. It doesn't mean forcing positivity or ignoring reality. It means aligning your thoughts, emotions, actions, and energy with the state of someone who already embodies the victory you seek. Here's how to begin. 1. Visualize your win as present reality, not future possibility. See yourself in that version of life. Feel the confidence, the ease, the natural flow of success. 2. Embody the energy physically. Walk, breathe, and sit as if you have already won. This trains your nervous system to expect victory. 3. Align your thoughts with readiness, not desire. Thoughts of scarcity, doubt, and struggle lower your frequency. Thoughts of abundance, capability, and certainty raise it. 4. Release attachment to outcomes. Trust that the universe has already choreographed the sequence of events leading to your win. The physics behind this is fascinating. When you align with your winning identity, you create what's called constructive interference in the field. Your energy waves and the energy of your victory resonate together. Instead of being blocked or scattered, your intentions amplify the signal of your win. This is why people often describe breakthroughs as feeling sudden, because the alignment has been building beneath the surface, invisible, until energy coherence reaches a tipping point. This tipping point is known in physics as a phase transition. Think of water turning into ice, a caterpillar transforming into a butterfly, or magma suddenly erupting into a volcano. On the surface, it seems instantaneous. But underneath, it is the result of energy reaching a critical threshold where transformation becomes unavoidable. Right now, your consciousness is approaching that threshold. You can feel it as tension, anticipation, or a subtle knowing. Here's where inspired action enters the picture. Unlike forced action, which comes from effort, fear, or impatience, inspired action flows naturally from alignment. It is effortless, energizing, and precise. Opportunities appear in your path. People reach out at exactly the right moment. Conversations unfold that create doors you didn't even know existed. You don't chase, you allow. The universe responds to coherence, not desperation. And yes, resistance will show up, but resistance is not the enemy. It is the final testing ground, the universe asking, are you truly ready? Can you hold your frequency even when the outcome is invisible? Every doubt, every distraction, every inconvenience is part of the phase transition. Chaos is not a sign of failure, it is the fertile ground for emergence. Your reality is rearranging itself to accommodate the version of you who naturally wins. Here's a subtle but powerful exercise to maintain coherence during this phase. Each morning, choose the version of yourself that exists in the winning timeline. Not the version that reacts to current circumstances, but the version that embodies success effortlessly. Ask yourself at every decision point, what would the version of me who has already won do right now? Trust the first answer. Act without overthinking. This trains your intuition and strengthens the connection between your current self and your victorious self. Your consciousness is literally phase locking with your desired reality. In physics, phase locking occurs when two oscillating systems synchronize their frequencies. Your current reality and your winning reality are beginning to synchronize. What seemed impossible or slow is accelerating. Your breakthroughs are becoming inevitable. Finally, remember, the final phase often looks like nothing is happening. The wins, the opportunities, the synchronicities are forming in the invisible field before manifesting. This is the quantum vacuum at work, the fertile nothingness where infinite potential exists. Stay aligned. Maintain coherence. Your future self has already won, and every moment of presence brings you closer to collapsing that reality into your life. Here's the moment you've been waiting for. The secret to winning, truly stepping into your breakthrough, is both simpler and more powerful than anything you've ever been taught. It isn't about working harder, waiting for the perfect moment, or proving yourself to anyone. The secret is this: your win is already yours, and the only thing standing between you and it is your ability to fully embody the frequency of receiving it. Think of your desires, your victory, your breakthrough, your ultimate success, as energy in the quantum field. This energy exists in infinite forms, constantly vibrating, waiting for your consciousness to recognize and collapse it into your reality. The moment you stop trying to force it and begin living as someone who already wins, you become a tuning device for that energy. Here's how most people sabotage themselves: they cling to how the win should look, broadcasting need, worry, and doubt into the field. These are low-frequency signals that push victory away because the universe responds to the energy you transmit, not the words you speak. Step 1: Identity embodiment. The first step is becoming the person who naturally wins. Not just thinking about it, but feeling it in your body, sensing it in your energy, moving as that version of yourself. Do this now. Feel it physically. Sit or stand and take a deep breath. Imagine the confidence, ease, and certainty of someone who has already achieved their breakthrough. Allow your shoulders to relax, your chest to expand, your spine to straighten. Your body will begin broadcasting the signal of victory. Act from that state. Every choice you make, how you respond to messages, conversations, and challenges, should come from the version of yourself who already wins. This is phase locking. Your current reality synchronizes with your victorious self. Release attachment to specific outcomes. Let go of timelines, methods, and what should happen. Trust that the universe is arranging everything perfectly behind the scenes. In physics, entangled particles influence each other instantaneously across any distance. Your consciousness has become entangled with your win. Every thought, feeling, and choice you make affects how quickly that victory collapses into reality. The higher your frequency, confidence, readiness, clarity, the faster the universe aligns to deliver it. Resistance will show up. Fear, doubt, distractions, they are not mistakes. They are signals that you're at the threshold. This is maximal entanglement. Your system has reached a point where it must either reorganize at a higher level or stall. The resistance is the final guardian at the gate. Here's the critical shift: move from wanting to receiving. Wanting energy is low frequency, scarcity-based, and pushes things away. Receiving energy is high frequency, abundance-based, and draws victory toward you effortlessly. Hey race, what wanting looks like. I hope this works. I need this to happen. Hey race, what receiving looks like. It is already done. I am ready to live this reality. Feel the difference in your body right now. One tightens your chest and makes your heart race. The other expands your chest, relaxes your shoulders, and makes your mind calm. That is the frequency shift that activates the secret. Close your eyes and breathe deeply. Visualize yourself already winning, not as a future event but as a present reality. Hear the sounds, see the sights, feel the energy of victory. Speak aloud: I am already victorious. I am receiving what is mine. Feel your body, your energy, your very being align with that statement. This is where synchronicities accelerate. The right people appear, opportunities drop into your path with perfect timing. You don't chase or force, you maintain coherence with your winning self, and the universe mirrors it back. Your current reality constantly broadcasts a frequency. If you fluctuate between doubt and impatience, you create interference. When you anchor yourself in receiving energy, your signal strengthens. You can maintain coherence through morning alignment. Begin each day connecting with the version of you who has already won. Feel victory in your chest, spine, and hands. Move with confidence and ease. Choice point awareness. At each decision, ask, what would the version of me who has already won do right now? Act immediately on that guidance. Handling resistance. When challenges appear, observe them without judgment, then return to your aligned state. This prevents decoherence. Micro moments of receiving. Look for small signs of alignment throughout the day. Gratitude for these victories amplifies your frequency. Physical embodiment: walk, sit, breathe, and move as if success is your natural state. Your nervous system cannot distinguish between vividly imagined and actual experience. Neuroplasticity means repeated exposure to your victorious energy creates permanent neural pathways. You're physically becoming that version of yourself. The quantum principle of constructive interference amplifies your aligned energy waves with your desired outcome. Balance, surrender, and action. You're not passive, you're tuning into victory's frequency, allowing inspired action to flow. These actions feel effortless and energizing, appearing without struggle. Forced action comes from scarcity and creates resistance. Time in quantum manifestation is not linear. Breakthroughs often appear sudden because alignment has been building invisibly. Your win has been orchestrated behind the scenes. What feels like waiting is actually the pre-collapse phase, your consciousness tuning into a timeline where victory is inevitable. The moment of collapse is about alignment, readiness, and identity coherence. You don't make the win happen, you become the frequency that allows it to happen naturally. Your consciousness is phase-locking with your victorious timeline. Your future self sends signals back through the quantum field, guiding your present self into perfect alignment. Every choice reinforces that stabilization. Each aligned action votes for the timeline where victory is complete. Hey-Race, a daily practice for you. Reset and tune into winning frequency each morning. Pause hourly for 30-second alignment moments. Act from coherence, not force. Record and celebrate synchronicities. Maintain physical embodiment of victory. Take a deep breath and declare, I am already victorious. I am receiving my win now. Every step, every breath, every moment aligns me with the frequency of success. My reality is reorganizing around my victory. I am coherent, I am ready, I am receiving. Feel this resonate in every cell. Let the words become vibration, the vibration become your energy, and that energy broadcast into the quantum field. This collapses your winning timeline into present reality. Remember, you are not chasing success, you are tuning into the station where success already exists. The win is already in place, you are simply aligning with it fully. Each moment of practice shortens the distance between potential and manifestation. Victory isn't ahead, it's already your current frequency. Your breakthrough is closer than your next breath. You are not separate from your success, you never were. The gap you felt was never distance, it was frequency. Tune into it now. Live it, feel it, breathe it, and act from it. Welcome to your winning reality. Welcome to the frequency where victory is inevitable. Thank you so much for staying with me through this exploration. If you found value in today's discussion, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and share this video with someone who might benefit from it.